Oh, LeBron James, you fucking sack of shit. You just go right onto the court. Listen, the Lakers are an old squad this year, okay? I've seen the moves that they were making off the court during the off season. It's like, man, this is going to be a bad team. And for the first time in his nearly 20-year career, LeBron James just openly fucking committed battery, threw an elbow at the head of Detroit's center, caused a huge on-court brawl, and then he bounced from the situation. Listen, not that long ago, a couple weeks ago when he was talking about Kyle Rittenhouse fake crying. Ain't it funny how somebody was such a bad take and then just, a few days later ends up finding himself in a bad situation? It's kind of like all those people way back in the day that would go up against Trump and then a few months later, they just find themselves in a really bad situation. I hope we can establish the Rittenhouse rule on this one. Go against the Kenosha kid and find yourself running afoul of karma. Let's see what happened last night as well. For the first time in his 19 years as a professional, LeBron James is facing a possible suspension. At least not right now he hasn't been suspended. I'll just check just to make sure. I haven't seen anything, but it's slightly after 3 local time here, so it could change, but there's a big nationally televised game in New York on Tuesday, so the likelihood of him getting sidelined by the NBA before then, oh, no, that ain't gonna happen, okay? And then, even still, it's the Lakers, and it's LeBron James, so you think anything's gonna happen to him? Probably should, though. James was ejected from the Los Angeles Lakers win in Detroit on Sunday after bludgeoning Pistons center Isaiah Stewart's face with his fist and elbow while battling for a rebound over top of somebody else who was already trying to go for the rebound, so he was unneeded in the situation. He just decided to throw bows. The bloodied Stewart was also tossed after making several attempts to retaliate against James, justifiably so, who was protected by throngs of security guards and teammates as a potential melee was averted. What a fucking bitch. What a bitch. Fans and pundits did not hesitate to call for James's suspension. Probably should be, which would be his first since his senior year of high school in 2003, which he improperly accepted 2 replica jerseys valued at $845 and 2003 money, 2 replica jerseys for $800. Jesus Christ, I'm sure that's all that was exchanged. LeBron needs to be suspended a minimum of 5 games if we're being honest. A minimum of 5 games? Oh, probably a little bit longer than that, because you can see the damage that was caused right there by James and how little he cared afterwards. LeBron should be suspended for punching Beef Stew in the face. I don't know, is that his nickname? Another tweeted using the nickname of Stewart. Okay. He clearly did it on purpose and then ran off like a baby. This is your greatest of all time, people. Oh, his self-proclaimed. I can't take anybody serious because, okay, as much as being like an old school Raiders fan really just hurts my sensibility to say that Tom Brady is one of the best quarterbacks of all time, it would just be factually untrue to not consider him at least right up there. Still look at Joe Montana, 4 Super Bowls and didn't lose a single one, but hey, Tom Brady's won 7. Okay, that's fine. But again, those guys there never considered themselves to be the greatest of all time. Okay, Michael Jordan, who actually is, okay, the greatest basketball player of all time, never talked about himself being the greatest of all time. LeBron James is the only one who could be considered in that conversation, and he makes that claim because he's a self-centered ass. Fox Sports 1 host Chris Broussard disagreed, arguing that Stewart should get a 2-game ban. Why? For just standing in the way of King James's blessed elbow? Oh my God. Well, James should only be fined. I can see why someone would say the elbow was intentional, but LeBron in 19 years has never been viewed as a dirty player. A dangerous but mostly peaceful elbow. I get it. Pistons coach Dwayne Casey shared a similar thought after Sunday's game, saying that he does not think James is a dirty player. He's never going to come play for Detroit. They're stupid. You're a bad coach, and you should feel bad about your bad takes for not sticking up for your own player. But to be fair, I don't think LeBron's a dirty player. I just think that he's a bitch. NBA league officials will now review footage of the incident and conduct a follow-up interview to determine whether fines or suspensions are in order. A league spokesman told Daily Mail that a ruling on the matter will be complete before the Lakers and Pistons play their following game on Tuesday night in New York and Detroit, respectively, by By suspending James, the NBA could significantly hurt television ratings for its coast-to-coast Lakers-Knicks broadcast on TNT. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there that magically this is going to be pushed off, and they're just going to have to review the footage a little bit longer. It's taking a little bit longer than expected. Based on similar incidents, James likely won't get more than a 2 or 3 game ban if he does get suspended at all. In 2018, then Houston Rockets guard Chris Paul was suspended 2 games for poking James's Lakers teammate Rajon Rondo in the eye and throwing punches in the ensuing fracas. Is that what he was suspended for? The after the play breakdown? That would make sense. Similarly, James's then Cleveland Cavaliers teammate J.R. Smith was suspended for 2 games for smacking Boston's Jay Crowder during a 2015 playoff game. Yeah, but this is different. Did anybody actually fucking draw blood for just like one of the most egregious elbows I've seen in a while? Yeah, like as you can see, DeAndre Jordan's already fucking blocking out Stewart, and then LeBron just comes over the top and starts throwing bows at the kid's head. It makes no fucking sense. And they punches him in the fucking head? Oh my god. Yeah, because we actually got the video here, as you can see. It's like, okay, yeah, that's the first time they threw a punch at him. It's like, okay, that makes sense. And then we got, yeah, the box out on the free throw, and then, yeah, just elbows him right in the fucking head. So, I don't know. We're probably going to have to run that back here for a minute. Let's just take a look. I don't really care about sound or anything, but we'll just go ahead and play this. Yeah, clearly, okay, so they would have had something, okay? So they would have had beef from earlier in the game when LeBron punched him in the fucking head. And then on the box out, like there was nothing really. Okay, that one's going to be really tough to justify because he's just boxing him out, okay? And then the ball, yeah, it just drops down, and then so he makes the free throw, and then they're just going to be inbounding it, and then he just elbows them in the head, and then breakdown happens. It's like, where did LeBron go? Okay, let's just see here. Yeah, okay, so, oh yeah, you good, and then immediately, okay, so LeBron's still in frame there, and then we're just, okay, cool. Like, he's trying to get at him, and then, oh yeah, he just backs right off, and he's just going to continue to jaw jack at him. And I at least like to see this because Stewart's like, instead of just the fucking meme, like, oh, just hold me back, but he's never trying to go forward. Like, he actually wants to get at LeBron, who's immediately completely just fucking peacing out. Like, I don't even see him anymore. It's like, okay, Westbrook looks at least a little bit riled up, so I guess he's doing something on the season. But outside of that, like, this dude's just bloodied up for no good reason. Okay, so he got hands put on him beforehand, and then he got the fucking elbow. I don't know, dude. Like, this one seems pretty fucked up. But again, it's the golden boy of the NBA. Is anything going to happen to him? Highly fucking unlikely, if we're being honest. It really does go without saying. It's like LeBron James thinks that he's above the game of basketball, and he can just get away with little chippy shit like this, and then bounce from the situation, and just let his boys fight his battles for him. I doubt he's even going to get a fine on this one, but we'll see, and I might talk about it when the investigation wraps up. But if you think that the NBA is going to be sacrificing their fucking vaunted Tuesday night game, yeah, I don't fucking think so. Not goddamn likely. And just watching some kind of cruel irony, Stewart's going to end up getting suspended for trying to go after some Lakers players. Fucking cucked league. With that said, guys, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.